So I want to give out MVPs of 2024. Am I early? Sure. And I mean, time is flying. So as of now, December 8th, 2024, these are my MVPs for the men's roster and the women's roster, both Raw and SmackDown. Okay, I'm not including NXT. NXT is its own entity, and those are folks that's working on some things. So we gonna let them do their thing down there. So in terms of the women, my MVP, and I'm gonna tell you why I chose them. Okay, and then I want you to get in the comments and give me your MVPs. Okay, then we can argue, and y'all can argue with each other. I love it. In no particular order. Top 5 for the women, both Raw and SmackDown. Liv Morgan. I know. Oh my God. I know. I'm going to tell you why. Because for all of Liv's faults, and I cannot stand the character of Liv Morgan, or whatever the fuck you call it, Liv Morgan has taken this title run and has ran with it. She is trying to redeem herself from that debauched bullshit that she did with Ronda Rousey. I will give her props. Do I like the storyline? No. Is she entertaining me? Not really. Is she getting the job done and being annoying and a heel and running with this shit? Yes, she is. And for that reason, Liv Morgan is on this MVP list. Nia Jax. Nia Jax, again, the fact that this woman got fired and came back and was willing to come back with the reputation that she has says a lot about this woman's character. Okay? I understand she was janky down to the War Games, but outside of that, Nia Jax has been entertaining. Nia Jax has been taking a gamble on her moves in the ring, especially when she's comfortable with certain wrestlers, Naomi specifically. She do more in the ring with them, and Bailey, I believe she's comfortable with. Her promo work still needs some, she still needs to get that together. But for the most part, I think Nia has been very entertaining to watch. Next up, remember this is in no particular order, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is right now, she's at her peak right now. She's peaking right now. In the took a little bit longer than Bianca Belair, but she's right where Bianca Belair was this time last year. Do I like the storyline she's in? No. Is she booked like a monster? Yes. Is that upsetting people? Yes, it is. But guess what? Rhea Ripley has taken it and she's ran with it and she's making the best of it. Even though she barely wrestled on Raw, the fact that she came back with this so-called orbital bone injury and is willing to at least try to further this weak-ass storyline, I'll give her props. Rhea Ripley does have presence. I am dreading her promos, but I think she serves a purpose on Raw to keep the women's division moving. Okay? They need to mix her up and have her do other stuff. But as of 2024... MVP, she has been very valuable to the Raw women's roster when she's working. Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green has been a joy. I remember when Chelsea got re-signed back. She's also a re-signee, actually. So her and Nia got something in common. When Chelsea Green re-signed back, she said, I don't have to have a championship to be a star. I will just use my character work and what I know. And she has taken that and literally ran with it. The first time Chelsea had her run, she wasn't really given much opportunities and ended up, pretty much getting thrown by the wayside and getting fired. Chelsea got the look. She looks like she's a good time. Like you could go have beers with her or whatever the case may be if you drink beer. The character work is impeccable. And it's worked to her favor to the point where I think she's going to be the inaugural United States Women Champion. And if given the right material and allow her to function, I think it'll be a good, fun run to keep the ladies busy on the SmackDown roster. Chelsea Green has been a joy to watch. She is entertaining. She goofy. And at times, sometimes the most entertaining thing on the show in terms of the women. Last but not least, baby, and you already know, my girl Bianca Belair, the EST. The EST, baby. Yes, ma'am. She is a joy as always. The whole reason why I even watch SmackDown most days is to see what Bianca's going to be wearing and to see what Bianca's doing. If Bianca's wrestling, I want to see it because I know it's going to be a banger. The crazy part is when she's wrestling with Piper Niven, Iyo Sky, who I didn't put on this list, and I'm going to have to go ahead and throw her on that list too. You're going to get a banger. You're going to get a banger. You're going to have a fun match. I can see who she meshes well with. When her and Rhea Ripley collide, it's going to be insanity. When we find out who put Jade down to the windshield, it's going to be crazy because I get the feeling it might be Naomi. But either way, Bianca, in a short period of time, she's been on the main roster going on, it'll be 4 years. And this woman has been explosive. She's been a fantastic representation for us black gals, whether you like to hear it or not, because representation matters. She is the face of the company. She seems genuine, and she seems like a very, very nice woman. She seems like this is really who she is. She doesn't seem like she putting on a show, and then in the background, she a whole bitch. I don't think in the future, when she's a Hall of Famer and we get the Bianca Belair Legends episode, they're not going to be like, well, you know, Bianca was just like a whole bitch in the back. No, they're going to be like, Bianca was a locker room leader. She was a ring general, right? She did call spots. She knows how to move around that ring really good. She's athletic. Her style is great. She takes chances. And she makes everyone she gets in the ring with look good. You can't say that for everybody. And for honorable mention, or just on this list too, so 6 for the women, unless something pops up for the men. Iyo Sky. Iyo Sky was floundering there for a minute, especially after her win during Down to the Puerto Rico. I think WWE miscalculated the Puerto Rican audience and thought that Iyo Sky was more over than she actually was, which then left her reign to be very lackluster. I think now Iyo is in a stride that people are on board with her. We like seeing her. She's willing to put her body on the line for entertainment. I just think she's fantastic. I don't think she needs to be with with Kairi Sane, who that woman, they could go ahead and release her. They could release Kairi Sane. Yes, that's a different podcast for a different day. Her and Bianca Belair, put them two in the ring on a random Friday, and I'm sitting front and center because I already know it's about to go down. I think these ladies are the MVP of 2024. If you agree, let me know. So we're going to go into, matter of fact, we'll save the men for a different podcast because I don't want this to go too long. You know, y'all got short attention spans. So, and I love you anyway. So you tell me who your MVP is. Tell me if you agree with mine, and we'll have the conversation. Deuces.